This is Mr. McCarthy. In this tutorial, I will show you how to change the size of a layer image with a free transform tool. Okay, and before I do that, I want to just let you know that this is how you find the size of your document. So the entire size of this full document, which includes all of these layers, layers 0, 2, 3, 4, and the text layer, the full size of that document can be found image size. Okay, so this is 2560 by 1440. If you remember back to the first video that I put together, that was the size of the document that I set. Okay, image size is 10.5 megabytes, 300 resolution. That's where we're at. But let's just say I wanted to change the size of an image on one layer only. Okay, so let's say for layer 4 here, I want to fit this entire image of the bicycle rider within the boundaries of this this document. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the full space for myself. I'm going to put the layer away. Before I do, note that I have selected layer 4, which is the bicycle rider. This is the layer that I want to change. Okay, and so this is what you do. Keyboard shortcut is Command T. Command T as in transform. So I'm going to do a Command T. And then it doesn't look like anything's happened. You might have seen this little cross show up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out of this photo so you can see what's actually happened. So I'm going to do Command minus. Okay, this is the full size of the image. All right, and so what I want to do is I want to shrink it so that I get most of this image into this horizontal rectangle. I'm not going to be able to get all of it in because this is a different shape. It's more square-like. So what I could do is I could hover right here on the corner and pull in. And as I do that, you see that I'm changing the image. But you also see, you should see, the proportions of this image are changing. The original proportions don't stay the same. And that's not what I want. I want to maintain the integrity of the original image. And so let's do that. Before I do that, I'm going to do Command Z, which is undo. So I go back to the original image. Now I'm going to hold the Shift key down with my left finger, and then I'm going to pull in. And as you can see, as I pull in, the proportions stay the same. I'm still holding on to the Shift key. I can bring in a lot of that image now. Okay. If I got it the way that I'd like it, which I do now, then I move to the Move key. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and it's going to ask me, do I want to apply the transformation? I do. Apply. There we go. Now if I move this around, no other layers have been changed. I transformed the size from large to small. And while I'm on that topic, it's very important to understand with Photoshop that you can take a large object and shrink it, but this is what happens when you take a small object and try and make it large. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off these eyeballs on top, and here we are back to the runner. Now I'm going to do a Command T, and as you can see, it's selected that image. I'm going to hold the Shift key down, and I'm going to expand the size of this image. Just bring this down a little bit. All right. And I'm going to go up here to the Move. It's going to say Apply Transformation. Yes. Now you might not be able to see it here because we're only at 33%, but I'm going to zoom in by going Command plus. Now I'm at 100%, and I hope you can see that this image is pixelating. Okay? That's what happens when you take a small image and you expand it to a large image. You diminish the quality of that. So the rule here is as follows. When transforming an image, you can take something that's large and make it small and maintain the quality, but you can't take something small and expand it into something large without losing the quality of that image. That's your rule. And this has been Mr. McCarthy, signing off.